If you have a full face or a round face shape, you're likely wanting to know what's the best haircut for you, what's the best length for you. Okay, we're gonna cover all of that in this video. I actually did another video all about this, but in this video, I'm gonna touch back on some of the things that can go wrong with round face shapes and some of the things you need to pay attention to that I mentioned in the last video. But I'm also gonna go through some different haircuts at different lengths that I really like and why I like them, so you have a better idea. And since you're here, you probably like to learn. So you're gonna love today's sponsor of this video, Skillshare. We'll be talking about them in a little bit. Thanks, Skillshare. But for now, let's talk about some lengths. Okay, so for the first tip, let's talk about long hair. Now, when I'm talking about long hair, I mean basically anything beyond the bra strap. Before I get into this tip, I apologize for the sound of the water, but come on, let's be realistic. Like I'm not gonna take a video right next to this ridiculous stream in that canyon. Okay, so anyway, enough of that. As I said, when we're talking about longer hair, one length longer hair can technically work, but doesn't have the ability to do a lot for you. It's not meant to have a bunch of movement, etc. So just kind of keep that in mind, but it can help to elongate the face, mainly though because it's one length, and that one length line tends to bring the face down. I prefer is some sort of layering. So if you've never had layers before, you can start with just layering in the very front. Layering in the very front doesn't have all of the movement and texture that layering internally or layering behind the ears has, but it does give the hair a lot of movement, at least in the front. If you're gonna do layers in the front, the one caveat that I would say is either have them above the chin, roughly at the cheekbone area, or a bit longer than the chin. If you bring them directly into the chin, you're gonna have a tendency to, again, accentuate more roundness or fullness. So kind of keep that in mind. Now, my preferred style is actually internal layering, so layering kind of all over. And that can be very appealing for a rounder face. Helps to, again, elongate it. It also creates more volume in the crown or on the top, which again, kind of does that same thing. Okay, so I hope you're learning a ton, and that brings me to the perfect time to talk about the sponsor of this video, Skillshare. If you're not using them to learn, I'm telling you right now, they are amazing. It is such an amazing platform. So if you're unfamiliar with what it is, Skillshare is an online learning community with thousands of inspiring classes for creators. It's like the best place to explore new skills, deepen existing passions, or just flat out get lost in creativity altogether. Now, one of my favorite things about it is the fact that it's actually curated for learning. That means that there's zero ads. So you can stay 100% focused and follow wherever your creativity is taking you. And they're always launching new premium classes. Now, I've used this to learn a ton of stuff. Right now, I'm actually watching Marquise Brownlee talk about YouTube. If you don't know who Marquise Brownlee is, he's pretty much the YouTube juggernaut. He's amazing. And he's telling me all about how to script videos, how to edit videos, how to plan videos. And after I'm done with that, I'm gonna learn how to live more intentionally and document my life. There's so many amazing things that you can learn on this platform, so you definitely wanna check it out. And Skillshare has been nice enough to reward the first 1,000 of my subscribers that actually click on the link that's in the description with a month free of their premium membership. So you're gonna wanna make sure that you go check that out right now. But with that said, thank you, Skillshare. Let's jump back into the video. Okay, so let's talk about medium length hair. Now, when I'm talking about medium length, basically I mean between the bra strap and say the chin. Now, there's a lot of shapes within medium length that are fantastic, but one thing that you want to pay attention to is essentially kind of the bulk on the side. This happens to be a length range that can get very full on the sides because it's not long enough to really drag that volume out, but not quite short enough always to get volume in the crown. A couple of shapes that tend to work really well in this length range are like bob shapes, but longer bob shapes. You want to leave them a little bit below the chin because if you take them right to the chin, they can have a tendency to add a lot of fullness. Now, if you are going to do a bob or a lob shape, you want to pay attention to layering too. Again, this is a scenario where we want to layer the bottom a bit, take out some of that bulk from the sides, and help create a little bit more volume on the top. Another shape that I really like for this length of hair are like the shag cuts, right? They're a very trendy thing right now. They work well with round faces because they're so layered on the side. That takes a lot of that bulk out of the sides and creates a lot more volume in the top. So this is a really good scenario because it helps to still leave that length long enough to elongate the face, but also take out the bulk from the side so it's not adding any more width. Another thing is the center part. Okay, now this is very interesting. I just did a collaborative video with a friend, Gabby, who has an incredible hair channel. It's a great video, other insight aside from what I'm even sharing today. But the best part about it is I tend to say, stay away from center parts or just be very mindful of them. She goes the opposite way. It actually talks about how they work really well for round face shapes, and they can. She's not wrong. I'm gonna link that video right here, so make sure you check that out. Now let's get to short hair. Okay, so I'm trying to get you guys down to this place where I want to talk to you about short hair, but to do that, I have to walk down a trail that's like a trail on one side and then a drop off probably 1,000 feet on the other side. And if you know me, you know that I've got this weird thing where I don't like, what do they call that? Falling off cliffs and dying. So there's that. Yeah. So I'm not saying that me doing this warrants like a like on the video or a subscribe, but I'm saying that me doing this warrants a like on this video or subscribing. So you should probably go do that now. And I'm going to try not to die. Yeah, there's a handrail for a reason. So, yeah. Nope, 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 nope. Oh, God, nope. Oh, neat, it's wet. This is always fun. Love being slippery. Hi, cliff. Oh, gosh. Oh, no. Nope, 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 nope. Okay, well, I didn't die, and the sun came out. That's kind of nice. Yeah, and I found this perfect little place to talk to you about short hair. I want you to look at this picture right here. I want you to look at the way that this is actually working with this woman's face shape. Okay, now I'm going to bring in this picture. Now, do you see a difference? Yes, is the simple answer there. The difference is we haven't changed the length on her shape at all. We haven't changed anything but where the volume is sitting. And when you do that, it changes the way it works with your face shape completely. So in the first photo, we've got a photo where the extra bulk on the sides is actually adding to the width of her face. Whereas in the same length, we move that volume from the sides and place it up towards the temple area and towards the top. And in doing so, we create more accentuation of cheek structure, not cheeks, and we actually help elongate the face. We haven't done a thing with the length. We've just changed where the volume sits. And that is why I say where you put volume changes everything. Now, if you are going to go short, what are some good shapes? Well, there's a lot that I like, but I do kind of lean towards two different ideas. If you consider yourself to be a little bit more edgy and you want something a little bit more fun and exciting, then I say go all in with short sides. What we've learned is we don't want a lot of volume on the side. We want that volume to be more up towards the temple area and at the top. So taking bulk or taking length out of the sides is going to help do that immediately. You leave a little bit of length on the top, gives you the ability to have a lot more texture, a lot more movement, and a lot more freedom with the way you shape or style your hair. Now, if you need to be a little bit more on the conservative or professional side, then leaving a little bit of length on the sides goes a long way. You can still have some extra length on the top, but the key is just simply making sure, again, that you don't have too much length on the side to where it's creating too much volume. So a little bit of length on the side to help bring back off your face or to help style into your face, that's going to work really well, and that's going to go a long ways towards keeping it a little bit more on the professional edge, but still allowing your hair to be short. Now, make sure you go check out Skillshare so you can learn all sorts of cool stuff. So yeah, take advantage of that right now. All right, we'll see you next Tuesday in the next video. Have a great one. Bye.